Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Staytiny Zone podcast. And this episode, we're going to be doing our weekly segment in other things. So, no longer K-pop for this episode. So, anyone out there who is for some reason listening and doesn't like K-pop, this is your episode then. So,
It's
welcome.
called in other news, doofus.
What did I say?
In other things.
Oh, in other news. I mean, it's all the same thing.
Before we got on the call, I saw a video of Hyunjin just like doing his solo stage.
Well, I mean, there was that video of Felix where they undressed him on his solo stage, and that I woke up this morning, went on TikTok and saw that, and I was like, what a way to wake up.
It
What
it
a way to
was
wake up. But anyway, we're not here to talk about K-pop. This
no, not
episode of In Other News, we're going to be talking about food. We're going to talk about our top 5 favorite foods and our top 5 favorite fast food places. So, just foods.
no.
I mean, I love food. Luna, I know you love food, right?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen me. I'm a big girl. As big girls, we like
I
food.
don't know. Maybe you could be big and not particularly like food. I don't know.
What's the logic of that? How can you be big
What's the
and not
logic of
like food?
anything, okay? I'm talking out of my ass right now. What's the logic of anything? Anyway, do you want to start, Luna? Do you want to talk about your favorite fast foods?
Yeah, there's a place in my state. Not gonna like say the name just in case there's some creeper deepers out there. But it's like a little family-owned restaurant and they have like the best burgers. It's like very old, like it's been around since the 40s,
Mm-hmm.
but it's so good. Like they don't even have a drive-through. You literally have to park, walk in and get it, but the burgers are so cheap.
Is it
Like,
like one of those like smash burger type things or like a steak burger? What is it?
yes. It's like so like they have the patties or whatever thing and they're like very old kind of like oven.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and like it's super greasy, but it's so good.
I love a greasy burger, honestly. Those
Like
are the best types of burgers.
and it's so quick. Like you could place your order, go to the drink fountain, grab your drink, and as you're filling your drink up, your order will be ready, fries and all.
This is making my
And
mouth
the
water.
and the cheese is just melted just
Mm.
right. And like they serve different things like chicken sandwiches, fish sandwiches, grilled cheese, but they're most known for the burgers. Like a double cheeseburger there. I like my burger plain from there. Like I if I go to like McDonald's or something, I'll get, like onions and pickles,
Mm-hmm.
not pickles because I fucking hate pickles. But like,
Outrageous.
you know what? Fucking hate pickles. You can find me on it.
I will to the day I die.
But just that their burgers is best plain, in my opinion. Not having like any condiments on it. Just getting the burger just with the melted cheese and everything. It just tastes better plain, in my opinion.
Mm.
So,
Well, either way, that sounds fucking delicious. And I just ate supper, and that's making me want a burger.
well, the next time that I go, I'll like FaceTime you or whatever, and I will literally show you the
Oh,
burger.
that's so much worse because I can't have it. It's like you're teasing me with it. It's like, oh, you have the, I'm showing you this. It looks so good. I know you want it, but it's like, oh, you can't have it because you're nowhere near there to get it.
It's really good with the milkshake too.
I am a sucker for a vanilla milkshake, but strictly vanilla.
They have vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. I really like the strawberry, and it's like the perfect consistency, like where it's not too frozen, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not too liquidy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is that your favorite fast food place, or is it like number five? Is it number three, number four?
I have to give it number one because it takes the number
Mm.
one spot because That's what I grew up on as a child.
Honestly brought back a memory that I have of a place similar like that from my home state. And it's like making me have all these memories. And I'm like, damn, I wish I had that because it has been, I'm not going to say the name of it again, but I also kind of forgot what it's called. Anyway, it was a really small town, okay? Really small. And me and my dad and my grandpa would go there because my grandpa owned land there. And so we'd go down there hunt like a few times a year. It's so good. They have the best, and I mean the best ice cream. Like cone, milkshake, everything. The fucking best ice cream I've ever had. And I will say, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I'm not much of an ice cream person, okay? If I am like at a party and they're like, "Do you want cake and ice cream?" I'm like, I'd rather just have the cake. Okay. I'm very particular about the ice cream I like because I'm not an ice cream person. But this shit I could have every fucking day. It's so fucking good. The milkshake, the ice cream, the burgers they have there. It's so good. And I haven't been in years. And so you saying that has really brought all that back. And now that's got to be on my list because I completely forgot about it. Wow.
You're welcome.
Damn, that's taking my number one spot too.
Alrighty.
All of this, I'm just thinking about all this. It's making my mouth water so much.
I
All
just
right.
had supper too. And it makes me really want to go.
I went on a little small tangent there on my number one. What's your number two?
My number two, damn, it's really hard, but Canes.
Canes is my number two.
Yeah, Canes just every time I get Canes, it's just always fresh.
You know what I
Always.
you know what I get every time I go there? I
Box
get
combo.
I get the caniac combo. I get the six piece, okay? I get the caniac combo with extra fries, no coleslaw, extra sauce, and a large lemonade.
Oh,
Fuck yeah. So good. Sometimes I get an extra bread, but most of the time I don't.
I most usually get just the box combo, but instead of coleslaw, I get I get an extra sauce.
Gotta have
That
that sauce for the fries, you know?
yeah, but I get full really easily. I don't know
Hmm.
why my body is just made that way. So I just get like an extra sauce and then I get it with a Coke, but sometimes I get it with their sweet tea.
I'm personally not much of a tea person. Tea just kind of tastes like leaves and dirt to me.
Well, I'm from the South. I'm from the
It's
South.
different, I know. It's different, I
Tea
know.
tea is just like in my bloodstream,
I
bro.
know, I know. But
So yeah.
Cane's, oh, it's so good. I have a really cool Cane's in my town that I live in that it's very like college vibey. It's got
Yep.
like a disco ball inside. It's got all of these different things. It has this patio with all these lights and everything. And I'm like, this place is
Oh,
cool. And the music is like bumping, like all the time, so fucking loud. And I'm like, fuck, this is a vibe, bro.
hell yeah.
And then the other canes that are around are boring. Like that's the only cool one. Damn,
So
not
is
us
that
having the
your
same number two. Wow.
so what my number three?
Number three, yeah.
My number three, Chick-fil-A. I gotta give it to the GOAT.
I haven't had
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A in a
is
while.
I always get the same spicy deluxe with Colby Jack cheese with no pickles, obviously, with a Coke.
See, this is where you and I differ on things because I'm a chicken nugget person and I think you're sounding like a chicken sandwich person. Because
No,
really, I rarely ever get a chicken sandwich. It's really something I don't particularly like. But chicken nuggets, oh, I fucking love the chicken nuggets.
the only thing I can hate on about Chick-fil-A when they do their like spicy deluxe where it comes with tomato and the lettuce
Mhm.
is that the lettuce is too big.
Always too big. I've noticed that. Like even in the pictures of the sandwiches, they're
It's like
giant.
and like when you bite into the sandwich, the lettuce is just like sliding off and it's like, well, what's the point of
Yeah.
getting the lettuce on my spicy deluxe?
You know what I get from Chick-fil-A, which I love it. Okay. I get the either I think it's like the 10 or 12 piece of the chicken nuggets there.
Hmm.
And then I get a large fries, a large Diet Coke, and then I get Chick-fil-A sauce and Polynesian sauce. But I have a specific way that I eat it, okay? I eat the Chick-fil-A sauce with the chicken nuggets and I eat the Polynesian sauce with the fries. I never mix. I never go back and forth. I never put the chicken in the Polynesian and I never put the fries in the Chick-fil-A. They have their own little thing, and that's what I do, and it's perfect.
See, I differ when it comes to my fries because I'll get the Chick-fil-A sauce too, but the honey roasted barbecue, that's really good on the fries as well. Any other sauce? Mm, not really, but on my fries, I can either eat it with the Chick-fil-A sauce, including my chicken sandwich,
Mhm.
but I can either eat it with the honey roasted barbecue or I can eat it with the Chick-fil-A sauce.
I'm just a slut for that Polynesian sauce. Like, it's so good.
It's okay.
It's so good.
What's your number three?
My number three is Freddy's, which is also known as Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. It's a very Midwest thing, I feel like. I don't know if you do you have it where you live?
Mm-hmm.
You do? It's I really don't know if it's in,
Yep.
like California
It's like
or any of
two,
them.
no, it's like two towns over,
Oh, okay.
but we've got one.
But I don't know if it's like in California or, you know, Nevada. Like I don't know if it's over in that direction, but it's in the Midwest and it's I don't know, man, something about it. It's so good. The way the burger, how they like smash it and it's a steak burger, so it's like not too thick, but it's not too thin either. And then you
Mm-hmm.
have the Freddy's fries, which are thinner fries, so they're more crispy, and they have fry seasoning and fry sauce. It's like it's so it's so good. And it's a greasy burger too. Like anytime I've
Mm.
gotten it, the burger is just like that perfect amount of grease. It's so good. And the best part about all of it is when you're done eating the fries, you still got the fry seasoning on your fingers, so you can just do the little, like lick off your
Oh
fingers, and
yeah.
it's like a little dessert. I personally have not had any other ice cream or custard, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure it's good, but I am definitely more of a salty person than a sweet person. Like I can eat so much salty stuff before I get
Mm-hmm.
sick, but like sweet
Same.
stuff, I can only like have just a little bit before I'm like,
I
"Bleh."
can only have so like if I get like a hankering for it, I can eat sweet stuff. But
Mhm.
other than that, yeah, I'm like you. It salt.
Love salt. I love it.
So my number four, rallies. It could be called checkers
Now,
or
what is rallies? I've never heard of that.
so I have seen it in the West too, like Las Vegas
Hmm.
and places like that. But I've only seen it here. But like I said, there's two different names for it. Where I'm located at, it's called rallies, but some people say it's checkers or some other name. I can't really recall, but it's really good. Like they have burgers, they've got mozzarella sticks, they have wings, like, but their fries is to die for.
I'm a sucker for some good fries.
No, like, bitch, their fries.
I mean, I
Like,
believe you. I believe you.
they're just so, like, the perfect amount of seasoning and salt and it's not like a regular fry. It's a fry, but it's got like a little spice to it. Not like super spicy, like where you go, ah, shit. No, it's just got like a perfect just
Mhm.
amount of like a little spice to it. Oh my God, it's literally making my mouth water right now.
I am a big fry person. I love fries.
It's so good. Like you may have it where you're at. I don't know what it's called, but I'll send you like a picture
Okay.
or whatever. But yes,
Well,
what else? What's your number four?
My number four is Wendy's. I love Wendy's. I don't know if you have, do you have Wendy's? Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Okay, I was just making sure. But
I think everybody's got Wendy's.
maybe there's someone out there who's listening who's like, what the fuck is Wendy's? Let me tell you what the fuck Wendy's is, okay? They are the creators of the Baconator, and that shit, oh, it's so fucking good. Oh my God. And they're Frosties, but there's a specific way you eat the Frosties, okay? You have to get the vanilla Frosty and fries, and you dip the fries in the Frosty, okay? And I do have to complain for a second here because Wendy's fries are not how they used to be when I was a kid, okay? They are completely different somehow, and I can tell because I had a Frosty and fries like a few weeks ago, and it did not did not taste the same as it used to. And I know it's because of the fries, because of their new fresh fries that they have. So that's a bone I have to pick with Wendy's.
I remember that whole fiasco.
Their fries just used to be better, and
Hmm.
after they changed their whole thing, they've gotten worse.
I it, I think they also changed it to sea salt instead of like regular salt. It's like
Mm,
sea salt.
but
But I think McDonald's did the exact same thing too.
I mean, but McDonald's fries are just, you can't go wrong with McDonald's fries. They're always just so good.
Yeah.
But what I get from Wendy's, okay, I
Hmm.
get, this is the thing I get all the time, every single time. I get
Hmm.
a Baconator with lettuce and pickles added, with large fries, and I either get a large blueberry pomegranate lemonade or a large strawberry lemonade, and I get a 10-piece nugget. Because also something about their nuggets, I don't know what it is, but their nuggets are so good. It's like the perfect like crispiness to where it's, like a fast food nugget, but it also has the same feel and like texture as like, like a store-bought like frozen nugget. And for some reason, those combined just make it so good. But you got to get honey mustard to dip them in because
Mm.
perfection. So,
Mm.
Wendy's, number four. I'm sticking with it. I love Wendy's. I sat in the line like 2 nights ago for like a
Hmm.
whole 30 minutes just to get that Baconator bitch because I was also craving that blueberry pomegranate lemonade because I had it for the first time a
Hmm.
few times before and I was like, oh, I'm craving it. 10 out of 10 would recommend Wendy's if you've never had it. Last one, number
My
five.
my number five is In-N-Out Burger. When I went to Vegas for the first time, we're not going to touch on the first time I went to Vegas. I'll talk more about Vegas when I went and saw BTS because I experienced more. Yeah. For the first time I went to Vegas, very bad experience, but I had In-N-Out for the first time and it was so good. Loved it.
I don't have In-N-Out in my area, so I've never had it.
It's burgers.
I mean, I love burgers. How can you go wrong with burgers?
Yeah, it's burgers. And they're really good burgers. Like
Damn, maybe I need to
just
like go down to California or Nevada and just like
yes.
go get some In-N-Out.
It's super good. Like I wish they would bring it out here. Um like but yeah, I would have to give it to In-N-Out because I've never experienced anything like it. Like how they made their burger and stuff like that.
Hmm.
It was very different from how burgers is kind of like made out here. It's like greasy, but like not to the point of greasiness where after you've taken a couple bites, you kind of get sick to your stomach, sort of
Hmm.
thing. Like, yeah, it's just very hard to describe. Once you've experienced the burgers, it just it just changes the game.
You're like, it changes your life.
It does.
It changes your life. Well, continuing on to the theme of burgers, my number five is Culver's. We just recently got a
Ooh.
Culver's here in my area, or technically two now. They're building the second one, but we just recently got Culver's down in my area, and I had it for the first time a couple weeks
Uh,
ago. and the pretzel bites, dude, and the burgers and the
Yes.
fucking root beer.
Yes.
It was so good and it was life-changing, and I dream about that root beer every day, every night. It's in my dreams. That root beer is so good. The burger was so good. The buttery bun of the burger. Oh, I think my favorite is the pretzel bites with that
Mm-hmm.
cheese that like is always just somehow melty and liquidy, and it's just oh, so good. Now I want Culver's. Fuck,
It's
dude.
it's so good.
Don't listen to this episode if you're hungry, because you're just gonna want all the foods now.
Or high.
Or fight, yeah. Hi. But I mean, that's gonna lead us into the next topic, which is just your top five favorite foods in general. We're not gonna restrict it to fast food. We're just talking the five foods that you could eat all the time and not get sick of, basically.
You want to go?
I can go. Let's start with five. My number five is tacos. Literally any type of tacos. It can be the white people tacos, which that whole scenario like thing doesn't make sense because it's like tacos are tacos in my opinion, but that type of tacos, you know, street tacos, Taco Bell, literally any type of taco you can think of, and I love them so much.
Mm. I had to think about it for a little bit. That's why I wanted you to go. Because there's
Well, here, if you have to think about it, because I have something very controversial to say about tacos, okay?
okay.
My
What is
mom, in the realm of tacos, she makes the white people tacos, okay? Because, I mean, obviously, none of you can see me. I'm a white person, okay? I'm a white girl. Anyway, on my tacos, though, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna scream, Luna. On my tacos, only the tacos my mom makes, I put, the regular stuff, meat, lettuce, cheese, taco sauce, whatever, but I also add ranch. And it's
ranch?
ranch, and let me tell you before you say shit to me, the mix with like the ranch and the taco sauce and the cheese and the meat, it's so good. So if any of you are out there and you do like the whole tacos where it's like the ground beef, and like the regular like, corn, whatever tortillas or the hard shell tortillas, just try it before you even tell me anything. You need to try it, okay?
You're
Because
making me sick to my stomach.
Luna, I promise it's so good.
No.
Yes, it is. You haven't even tried it. You can't knock it until you try it. You cannot because it's just so good. I don't put ranch on any of my other tacos besides those.
That is
Like
more
nothing else.
morally wrong.
It's not though. I will say though, everyone else in my family is like, what the fuck? Because it's only like me and my mom who do it, but everyone else is like, what the fuck?
I'm telling
But
Ryan. I'm telling
tell
Ryan.
Ryan because I don't give a fuck because it's the ones my mom makes. So it's the white people tacos. So I have an excuse because it's white people tacos. I don't do it on
Even
any
if
other
it's
type of
white people
tacos.
tacos, you
No,
could
but
put sour cream.
I no, but I don't do it on any other tacos. I don't do it on Taco Bell. I don't do it anytime I go to like food trucks, any like Mexican food trucks to get like, like actual authentic tacos. I don't put it on those. I only put it on the ones my mom makes. And you know what? You can fight me for it. I will
I
defend it till the
will.
day I die. You can hate me for it. I don't give a fuck because you cannot knock it until you try it.
You're
And you
weird.
need to try it at least once.
You're weird.
Who said I wasn't? Okay. Who said I wasn't?
Okay.
All right. You've had time to kind of think. What's your number five?
My number five, I'm gonna have to give it to sushi. I was debating
Sushi's
on
my
what
number four.
I I was debating whether to have sushi as like my number four or my number five, but I like the other ones a little bit more. But sushi, with some fucking spicy mayo,
And the eel sauce.
mm, mm, mm.
I get like
Fuck
the
it
I always
up.
ask for like the extra masago, so like those really small little like fish egg things because I like the little crunch they give.
Mm,
I've had such bad experience with some sushi because
I have to.
for one, I mean, I live in the landlocked state. I don't know if you do. Do you live in the landlocked state?
I would. I would count it as landlocked.
So like
It,
obviously none of it's like really fresh, but I've had so many instances where the seaweed is like so chewy that I can't chew it, and so then I choke on it, so then I like almost die. So anytime I get sushi now, I just get soy paper instead of seaweed because it just better for me. Makes me feel better, makes me not think I'm gonna be on the verge of dying. So,
Now, the one good thing is about my state is that we do have like a lot of like Asian people. So anytime that I do, like in my state, we do have a lot of Japanese people
mhm.
because of Toyota. We have a Toyota plant here.
All right.
So if nobody knows, Toyota is very big over in Japan.
Yeah.
So if we have like a Toyota factory, so like a lot of Toyota Japanese people will come over and visit. But yeah, but that's beside the point. But when they make their sushi, like anytime I get the sushi, it's always like an Asian person, more specifically a
Mhm.
Japanese person making it. They know how to do their shit basically.
Yeah. Well, that just kind of rolls into my number four because my number four is sushi. I love sushi. I specifically also love the ginger that you get with it. I used to hate that. I used to think it tasted like soap. And then, like, one time I had sushi and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to try it again. And something flipped a switch in my brain or my taste buds or something because I have been obsessed with it ever since. Anytime I get sushi, I always ask for extra ginger, always. And, like, they always give me like a heap of it. And I'm like, yes. And you also got to dip that shit in some soy sauce a little bit so you get the ginger and a little bit of soy sauce. And, like, you also should eat the ginger with the sushi as well sometimes because that is so good. Which I'm sure if I didn't live in the landlocked state, I feel like sushi would be higher up on that list because it would be like more like fresher and better sushi since I wouldn't be living in a landlocked state, but I do. And if
Mhm.
there's people out there that have no idea what a landlocked state is. Landlocked state is when you are just your state is completely surrounded by land. There's no ocean on any side of it.
Yeah, no,
How some people don't know that, I don't know. Maybe you just didn't get educated in school. But yeah, that's what a
apparently
landlocked
not.
state is.
Yeah, I'm very much a landlocked.
Like Colorado is a landlocked state because it's all around land, but California is not because the left side of California is all ocean. So,
Yep,
little lesson for you, geography lesson for you.
yep.
That's not, wait, yes, it is geography. Sorry. I thought I
It's
said
a.
geometry for a second and I was like, that's not,
I mean,
it's the same realm.
same realm.
What's your number four?
Crab meat,
Girl, are you just fucking reading my mind because crab legs are my number three?
crab meat.
Are we just the same fucking person? What the fuck?
No, we're just soulmates. We're just soulmates.
Anyway, tell us about how crab meat is your
Like
number four.
I love crab legs, obviously. That's why I just said crab meat in general,
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't have to be strictly like me cracking into crab legs. Because we actually a store where I live actually just sells crab meat,
Hmm.
and that's why I just said crab meat because I don't have to get crab legs to have crab meat. And yeah, getting that crab meat, taking it out of the package, putting it in a bowl, then taking some butter, like a lot of butter, throw that shit in a bowl,
Butter that shit up.
stick it in a microwave, put it on for about 30 seconds, to let that butter melt. And then, mm,
You add a little bit of lemon sometimes.
yes,
Speaking my language, girl.
yes, but yeah.
I
the
mean,
crab meat.
again, that rolls into my number three. I mean, I don't have a place here that like just sells crab meat. Like, if you want to just get crab meat, you have to get like imitation crab or crab legs.
Hmm.
But I've recently, and I know you know this, Luna, because I've told you about it, but I've recently learned how to actually just make crab legs, like
Hmm.
cook them, prepare them, whatever. And not to be biased of my own cooking, but that shit is better than restaurant, okay? It's so easy. It takes like 35 minutes tops to make and like prepare. And it's just so good. You get that melted butter, you get like, some lemon, you crack that shit open. I love the cracking process because I get in this zone, I get in this like crab leg zone where I don't want anyone to talk to me about anything else besides the crab legs that I'm eating. Or like if I'm eating it with like my mom who also loves crab legs, like we're both in the zone and we can talk to each other, but anyone else, like, go the fuck away. This is my crab leg eating zone. This is my mindset. I need to crack these open and just
Devour.
it's so good. I love crab legs. I feel bad for anyone who hates seafood because it is just perfect.
Mm,
Perfecto.
that rolls into my number three.
What's your number
Mm,
three?
my number three, hot wings.
Hot wings.
I
Hot wings are
love
good.
hot wings. I love buffalo. Sometimes they don't call it buffalo, they call it medium,
Hmm.
depending on where I get, but it doesn't even have to be sauced. I remember it's discontinued. I can't hardly ever find something like it, but so I like the sauce, but I also used to really love it was considered a hot wing, but it was just I don't know how to explain it, but it was just spicy. Like it was breaded and you put it like in a deep fryer,
Hmm.
not like an air fryer. You put it in like deep fryer, like grease and everything. That's
Yeah.
how my grandma made it. And that's how I loved it. She would take grease, you know, boil it and then just dump those wings in there. And oh my God. And I'm gonna say something really controversial too. When I eat wings, I have to eat everything. Gristle and
Oh
all.
yeah.
Like that is
Obviously you're
the
not gonna eat the bone, but
that is the only way. Like I just
you
just
gotta clean that shit.
I clean it. And
Yeah.
everybody always looks at me weird.
I
Any yeah, anytime I'm eating wings, like my mom, she'll be sitting beside me and she'll have wings and
mhm.
her gristle will be there. I would literally, it's gonna sound gross, but it's my mom. Me and my mom are like really close. I just pick that shit up and I just eat her gristle. And she'll look
Yeah.
at me and she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "You're not cleaning."
Mind your business, mom.
I'm like, "You're not cleaning your wing."
Last time I had wings, I had just watched Breaking Dawn Part 1, and I was instantly brought back to the scene where she cooks the chicken before she finds out she's pregnant, and she doesn't cook it literally at all. Like, she's eating raw fucking chicken. And
I
so I was eating
know.
wings, and like the wings just looked slightly like they had that little
Raw
like it was slightly, but it also had that like weird like blood stuff that you can see in the chicken. And I just looked at it and I was like,
veins.
yeah, and I looked at it and I was like, I'm done. I don't want to eat this. I'm good.
Understandable. Very, very understandable.
But my number two is French dip. I don't know if you know what French dip is.
I think I
It's
do.
really what it is, mainly how my mom makes it, but literally just any type of French dip I love. The premise of it, like how my mom makes it, it's just like a baguette, like a roll basically, and she adds mayo and then roast beef and Swiss cheese, and then she like broils it for a little bit. Some recipes or like some restaurants don't do like mayo or Swiss cheese, they do different things, but it's that, and then you have this like au jus sauce, which is technically gravy in a sense, but it's more liquidy, so I don't classify it as gravy, but you dip that sandwich, that like nice, not all it's just like a nice warm, slightly toasted, but like still melty, like cheese roast beef sandwich. You dip that in the au jus, and it's so good. And anytime I have French dip, literally anywhere I get it, if I have au jus left, I drink that shit because it's just so good. And maybe that's controversial. Maybe that's weird, but it's so good. Anytime my mom's like, "What do you want for dinner?" I'm like, "French dip." And she's like, "We just had that like 2 days ago." And I'm like, "Okay, and what the fuck do you want me to say? French dip. I, I want it. Come on." I just want it. Every time she
Like
makes it, she only makes one sandwich per person. And I'm like, "You need to make two. I need two. You're not satisfying my cravings. I need two sandwiches."
sometimes I'll get a craving. Like this is not even part of my favorite food, but you're talking about just having two things. I'll get a craving for a fried bologna and egg sandwich on white bread, and my mom will only make me one, and I'll look at it and I'm like, "Where's my other sandwich? I want two."
I'm sorry, did you say fried bologna and egg?
Yeah,
Okay. To each their own, I guess.
don't knock it until you try it, okay?
Okay,
If
well then you can't fucking judge me for having ranch on tacos. Okay, bitch. God. I won't judge or knock it until I try it unless
like
you do the same.
okay, okay,
Okay,
fair,
deal.
fair
Pinky
enough.
promise. Pinky promise.
Pinky
Pinky
promise.
promise. Okay.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, but my number two, I have to give it to shrimp. Ah,
Shrimp is good.
shrimp
But like
and
in what way? Is it like fried shrimp or like grilled shrimp?
grilled shrimp.
Oof.
Grilled shrimp with
Yes.
lemon on it.
Mm,
Now, if I have like fried shrimp and shit like that, I gotta have tartar sauce. Just like a tad, just
harder
for
or cocktail sauce?
I'm more of a tartar person. Like I'm okay. Like if I get like a platter
Mm-hmm.
of like shrimp that's not like it's cooked, but it's cold,
Mm-hmm.
like something that you serve at a cocktail, I can have cocktail sauce, but more of less like if it's fried, and it's like warm, I gotta have just like a tad of like tartar
Mm.
sauce.
I love shrimp cocktails. God, I love them.
I love shrimp, just like grilled shrimp with like lemon pepper and like all that, and then just take a little bit like lemon, put that shit on
And
there,
then
and
you
just
snarf that shit down.
yes,
Mm-hmm. It's so good. I will admit. I kind of forgot about shrimp. Well, my number one, and I have this sneaking suspicion that my number one is also your number one. My number one is steak.
yes, yes. My yep, steak is
I
my number one too.
It has to be medium rare. I don't like my
Yes,
steak any other way. Fuck all the people who like mediums or like
well
well
done
done or whatever done it is. Fuck that, okay?
or
Medium
rare,
rare.
like
Rare? No.
with
You want your
it
cow to
actually.
moo as you're eating it?
I mean, if it moves a little bit, it's fine.
Moo's a little's
But
fine. But medium rare, the only way to eat it. I don't give
mhm,
a fuck what anyone else
especially
says.
when you go to like certain restaurants and they cook it like exactly how medium rare is supposed to be, and you
Hmm.
can just pick it up with a fork and just eat it, like not even having to use a knife. You just
For my birthday last year,
mhm.
I my parents asked me what I wanted for dinner, and I said I want a good steak. I want to go to the meat market and I want to get some nice, juicy, thick steaks. And
Oh,
they were the best steaks I've ever had. While they were still like warm or hot or whatever the fuck you want to call it, it sliced just beautifully and it melted in your mouth basically. And you still had like the grease, but you still like it was buttery. It was just so good. I dream about that steak, dude. I I was in such a euphoric state when I was eating it. Like I took a first bite and I full on just I had to sit there with my eyes closed for a second, just taking in how good the steak was. I feel bad for all the vegetarians because I'm sorry. cool that you're saving animals, but like you're missing out on the flavors. You're
Yes.
missing out.
Like, what do you think about prime rib though?
I'm so on prime rib.
I am too. It depends on where it's from.
But like a New York strip,
Oh yeah.
fuck, dude. Oh,
Mm,
I need to go get a steak now. Just do. Mm.
it's so good.
I will say, add a
But
little A1 sauce to that, and it's just
yes. Now granted, if they cook the steak right and and it's good and they have good flavors and stuff, you don't need
no,
A1.
yeah.
But sometimes they don't be making it right and you need that A1 to even get through the meal.
But it's also like it just adds a little bit of flavor, you know,
Yeah, it adds a little bit of tang.
and a
But
little
only
bit.
only A1, not some of this like knockoff, like
No,
off-brand shit. It has to be strictly A1 sauce.
preach into the choir, sister. Preaching.
Just saying, just saying.
Wow,
So
what an episode this was! Just talking about food. I love food. Food is my life. Life is
it,
food. Food is love. Food is life.
don't that reminds me of Shrek.
That's why I said it.
What are you doing in my
Uh,
swamp?
that's it for In Other News. We'll see you back next week for Staytiny Zone podcast. I've been Knobbe.
I am the moon, Luna.
We'll see y'all next time.
Boy.
Bye.